men who cherish you. Get in here, get in here, get in here. We're going to have a conversation real fast, okay? Because the reality is this. I hear so many women tell me, he's not my type, he's not my type, he's not my type. And you're judging what your type is based on factors that really have nothing to do with the long-term success of a relationship, and certainly not based on what's going to make you happy long-term. The best relationships have nothing to do with how tall a man is. It's nice, but that's not what's going to determine the relationship. The best relationships have little to do with other factors like, is there an immediate chemistry? Trust me, chemistry can build. The best relationships are between a woman who knows that she's being cherished and by a man who's doing the cherishing. Get in here, get in here, get in here. Let's talk about it, okay? My type, okay? And I'm a feminine energy guy, okay? So the same criteria that I recommend that you apply to your dating life is the same criteria I apply to mine, okay? At the end of the day, right? Because a man is a man. And I'm going to tell you this right now. If he don't cherish me, we don't date. Baby, the minute, the second, the hour that I recognize that you don't cherish me, it's a no-go, okay? That has worked out fabulously for me. At the end of the day, I'm not bragging, but I'm going to tell you this right now. When a man cherishes you, he will invest in your dreams and in your businesses. When a man cherishes you, he will make sure that you're good to go and taken care of. Even if he don't have all the resources on earth, he will do what he has to do with what he does have in order to make sure you're good. When a man cherishes you, he will value your feelings. And when you're upset or disappointed about something, he will work to fix it. When a man cherishes you, he will go out of his way to work on the parts of himself that are serving as a barrier to you all being connected and close. When you say, hey, I have an issue with this in this area, he will work on it. The men who are nonchalant, the men who are not willing to work on themselves, the men who treat you like you're an option rather than a priority, it's because they don't cherish you. You keep on saying, my man, he just don't treat me like I'm a priority. He's so nonchalant. He's this. He don't cherish you. It is what it is. You can't make a man cherish you. You have to choose men up front who cherish you. And that's why I say you have to reevaluate your type. Reevaluate what it is that you're attracted to. So I'm going to tell you this right now. You think that you couldn't be attracted to a guy who may not look like your type, but he treats you amazing. But let me tell you this. When that man starts treating you amazing, listen to me. When that man starts treating you amazing, you will fall in love with the way he treats you. And when you fall in love with the way that a man treats you, that is far stronger than the infatuation of being attracted to the way that a man looks upon first impression. I'm not saying go out and get with Shrek, but what I am saying is this. Think about your past. How many men have you been with who may aesthetically look like your type? Think about this. He may look like your type, but how many of those relationships actually worked out? How many of those relationships resulted in you saying, wow, that was an amazing experience. And the only reason why we're not together is because he just up and died. Because it certainly wasn't that I broke up with him or that he broke up with me. Thank you for sharing this video. I'm telling you this right now. If your type is not working out for you, why are you so committed to it? You see where I'm going? When I have encountered a man, this has always been my thing. My mother used to tell me this because I never knew this what I was doing, but it worked out well for me. She said, I remember I was in my 20s when she said this to me. She said, you only want men who are enamored with you. I was like, no, that's not true. Blah, 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 blah. It's like, yeah. She's like, you do not get with men unless they're enamored with you. And at first I thought that was a problem. She wasn't saying like it was a problem. She was saying it as an observation. And I was just like, no, that's not true. So I went to my therapist. And I was like, I think I only get with men who are enamored with me. That's what my mom said. And she's like, well, let's unpack that. What are you attracted to in a man? I was like, well, I don't know. I was like, I'm not sure. I was like, I just like men who take good care of me, who always have my back, blah, 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 blah. Right? And she's like, well, just go with it and see if it works. Baby, let me tell you this, okay? All right? And I've never not been attracted to a man I've been with. I've had men who've helped me start businesses. Okay? I've had men who, when I first started in the entertainment industry, being on camera and stuff like that, my first boyfriend who I was with at that, well, he was my first boyfriend when I was on camera, like in terms of like during that period of my life. I had been with somebody before him. He had told me, he was the one who told me to get on camera, and he helped me get all set up. The next one after that helped me to really grow my platform significantly. He cherished me so much, and he really sewed into me. The next one after that, I mean, he really exposed me to so much, and he always had my back. He was just so amazing and helped me in different other areas of my life as well. I'm unapologetic about it. I only want to be with kings who want to make me great. I need to love you. I need to be attracted to you, of course. There are plenty of attractive men out here. Why would I choose someone who I'm not attracted to? But before attraction comes into play, my question is, do you cherish me? Do you feel fortunate and lucky to have me? Because I need to feel fortunate and lucky to have you. I'm serious about it. You said, what caused the breakup with these men? Some people last for a season. It is what it is. It is what it is. I've never believed in forever. If forever can happen, I'm down for it. But if it don't happen, I know when to leave. And they were amazing men. You know what I'm saying? But I'm 40 years old. At the end of the day, you see what I'm saying? I've been in multiple relationships. It is what it is. But they've been amazing to me. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. I always choose men who cherish me. And that's why I recommend the same thing to you. When a man treats you, because you say, how do I know that a man cherishes me? Well, I'll tell you how you know a man doesn't. When he treats you like you're an option. When he doesn't take initiative. When he looks at you and you look amazing and he doesn't like, baby, you look good. He doesn't compliment you. When he tries to humble you. How I know that a man cherishes me is that he wants me to be my best. He wants to protect me. When men cherish you, they want to protect you. They want to protect you. And I'm not talking about from physical dangers, although that could be a factor too. But they want to protect you in every respect. You know what I'm saying? He's going to always have your back. Always going to have your back. Right? When a man cherishes you, he's going to invest in the things that you do. Even if he can't financially invest in, he's going to invest in whatever way he can. He's going to help you. Okay? So I'm just saying, choose a man who cherishes you, even if it's for like a little short fling. Why would you let some man up in your life, even for a short period of time, who doesn't cherish you? What do you want to get out of that? Do you think he's going to eventually change his opinion and see value in you if he didn't see value in you before? That doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. Okay? And I've been with men where I remember one of my exes, my friends, like, oh my God, he's so short. He's so short. Why would you choose someone like him? He just doesn't look like your type. No. He doesn't look like the kind of man that you would be with if you were me. But he's the kind of man that I choose because of the fact that he cherished me. That short king treated me amazing. Absolutely. Open doors for me. I'm not talking about just physical doors, financial doors. Recommended clients to my business. He had my back significantly. Loved me down. You see what I'm saying? He cherished me. And I bring up business a lot and money a lot. I'm not a gold digger. I've never been one. I always made my own money. But at the end of the day, why would you choose to be with a man who does not have the capacity to help you advance towards your goals in some way, shape, or form? Why? I'm being real with you, okay? I'm being real with you about this one. Why would you do that? I often keep my own relationship stuff out of what I share with you guys, but I need to put this before you. I need to put this before you. I can say this beyond a shadow of a doubt, that the person you see on camera today, the person who leads up multiple insurance groups, okay? Don't let this little cute shirt fool you. Okay, baby, I'm the CEO of a company that happens to be one of America's largest independently owned financial services companies. Okay? We've recruited thousands of insurance producers and trained them. I would not be at this place in my career if it wasn't for the fact that the men that I chose to be in relationships with were men who helped advance me. Maybe I would have gotten to this point, but I can give them credit. They helped me get here a lot faster. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. I will give them credit. I can say this part of the relationship didn't work out, that part of the relationship didn't work out. Cool. But I can definitely say that through choosing men who cherish me, it did so much for my life. Right? People say, oh, you're a gold digger. You a this, you a that. No, never been one. Never been one. But I definitely dated strategically. I dated with sense. Even if I dated a guy, and I remember one time I dated this guy, really smart. He helped me tremendously in so many different parts of my life. When I met him, I was near bankruptcy. I was just starting out. I was near bankruptcy. I didn't have a lot of money at all. I knew I liked being on camera. I thought I was good at what I did. He thought I was good at what I did. And I remember when we met and I thought it was going to be kind of like a one night situation, you know. I'm trying to keep it cute because I know your kids may be watching. So y'all know what I mean. And the next day, I remember this, the next day, he called me up and he was like, listen, I know you ain't got a lot financially. Because I remember he'd come to my apartment. I really had nothing in there. I had my bed I had my mattress on the bed frame. I didn't have a sofa. I didn't have a dining room table. I had nothing. This empty apartment with just a bed. He said, clearly, you know, you got potential, but you don't have a lot going on. He's like, listen, I have a lot of relationships. You know, I ain't got a lot going on financially at this moment myself, but I do have connections. What if you let me help you? I said, how much is that going to cost? He said, I believe in you. Don't worry about that. I got you. Right? And that man dedicated probably 40, 50 hours a week over the course of the next year to helping me. He helped me tremendously. He took me from being near bankruptcy to being in a position where I could move into a new home. I got that new home fully decorated. I hired a decorator. I was making good enough money to do that. I got a new car. Changed my life. Made me enough money where I could invest in my business so I could grow it. And one of the things I remember about him was that almost every day that I saw him, right? Because by this time we were staying together all the time. Almost every day, he never let me forget how beautiful I was. He would say to me, you're so beautiful. You're so smart. You're so intelligent. My God, you're amazing. You're this, you're that. He would always tell me that. I remember when he introduced me to one of his closest family members, he said, hey, this is Malcolm. I'm going to marry him. He cherished me. So why would I deal with that? Why would you deal with that type of man? And then go and let your next man be somebody who can't even text you consistently, who can't even plan a date with you? Why? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Why? Why, if I know that, because y'all say, sometimes people are like, oh my God, MJ, you can have these women being single forever because you always tell them to leave a relationship. But you gotta remember my reference points. My reference points and my experiences lets me know that certain type of treatment is possible. So why am I going to sit up here and coach you through how to make a lackluster, nonchalant, emotionally unavailable man into your dream man? He doesn't have the parts to become that. Why am I going to try to coach you into how to make the impossible possible? You can't change him. I would rather coach you on how to get about that relationship, how to heal, and how to elevate yourself so you become a magnet for the kind of men that you actually deserve. And another thing that's helped me out tremendously, okay, don't let what you see on camera shift your mind. Let me give you the real, okay? The men who I've been in relationships with, I love y'all to death. They were very attractive men. In my eyes, very attractive. But every last one of them, I remember people telling me, he don't look like your type. I don't know, he don't look like what I'd expect you to be with. What you mean? He's short. He don't go to the gym as much as you do. I don't know, he look kind of nerdy to me. You sure about him? Meanwhile, the girls who were always with the fine men was the main ones who was coming to me talking about my man trying to go 50-50. My man so nonchalant, my man so this. Baby, I don't look for that. 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 Pretty is nice. Pretty is nice. But baby, it ain't never been a necessity. Because to me, I think it's a red flag when a man is too attractive, like overly attractive. I think that's a red flag. Baby, I don't see it. I don't understand how y'all want to run after these. My thing is, why would you want a man who's 6'3" and fine as hell? Why would you want that? Do you know what kind of misery you're going to go through daily? Unless he's one of the rare men who looks like that, who actually is humble about it, who will actually be able to see past his attractiveness and know how to value you, girl, you're going to deal with somebody who probably has a bunch of other people in his phone. So from day one, you're competing. I don't like to compete. I do not like to compete. I do not compete. I remember when I first started out in sales, and I remember I worked with this insurance agency, and every week they'd be like, we have a new leadership board. Whoever sells the most insurance this week, or whoever does blah, 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 is going to be able to get a cruise, going to get a this. I never participate in those competitions. You just enter your name for it. I never participated because I don't like to compete. I'm just going to do the best I can do, but I don't ever want to do it because I'm competing with somebody else. I don't like competition. So from day one, you're competing with other people. Even if you get his attention, he's been attractive his whole life at that level. So he has a certain mindset that he can replace you. He's accustomed to being with women who probably love him more than he loves them. So why on earth would you put yourself in a position to go after a man or be with a man who will never cherish you at the highest level possible? Oh, MJ, you're just saying that there's some men out here who can do that. Girl, please. Girl, please. Let's be real. Let's be real about this. Okay? I'm not saying go out and get with Shrek. But I am saying that we have to be grown enough. Let me plug him out the phone real fast. We have to be grown enough to recognize that pretty privilege for masculine energy men, pretty privilege corrupts a man's mind. Okay? For masculine energy men, pretty privilege corrupts their minds. That is too much power for him to wield. And most of them, I'm just being real about it, most of them lack the sense of emotional maturity to know how to navigate that level of attention. Because if you're a hyper attractive guy, you're getting tons of attention from women and tons of attention from men, even if you don't want the men. You still are getting it. And you expect that he's going to meet you and he's then going to cherish you knowing everything else is out there. No. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. I believe that a man should love you more than you love him. I'm not saying you shouldn't love him, but I'm saying I believe that he should cherish you. I believe that he should see you as the most special part of his life. People say you can't get a man to change. If he cherishes you, he will. Oh, that's crazy. I'm telling you this right now. Even if it's for casual dating. Girl, please. I remember one time. I've been living in LA for a couple years. This guy hits me up. And he kept DMing me. Right? And so finally I responded. And I went to his profile. And he was attractive, but I wouldn't really say he was my type. But I've learned that that's the reason to have an open mind. So we started talking. And he kept asking me, can we go out? Can we go out? Can we go out? I was honest with him. I was like, listen, I'm working a lot right now. Because my first couple years in LA were rough. Really rough. Okay? Because I was investing every dime I made from insurance, I was investing it back into being on camera. You know, filming and everything like that. I had the dream of being able to empower people on camera. So I was like, I'm just not doing well with it. I had a ton of debt. I was like, I'm working like hell. The first of the month comes fast. Every single month, I got to pay my rent. I'm doing the best I can. I'm trying to invest in this. I'm trying to keep them from repossessing my car. It was rough. Okay? And he was like, can we go out? I was like, I'm really busy. And like, I can't. And he's like, so like, is the issue just you don't have enough money? Like, what's the issue? I said, I don't have enough money. And he says, okay. He says, how much is your rent? I swear to you. How much is your rent? I told him straight up how much my rent was. And he said, I think by this time it was like maybe like the 24th of the month. You know, rent is due on the 1st of the following month. It may have like a 3 or 4 day grace period, but it was due by the 1st. And he said, okay. He said, how far along are you to your rent? I think I had maybe $600 in the bank or something like that. $600 in the bank. So I needed about $1,400, $1,500 more to hit rent. So I told him that. I was straight up with him. And he said, what's your cash app? I told him my cash app. I just want to see what he's going to do. Baby, why that phone buzz? Why that phone buzz? Meanwhile, y'all fussing and fighting over men who trying to go 50-50 with you. He said, now, can you come up for air and go out to dinner? I said, I hope you know this ain't paying for nothing. This ain't paying for nothing. You're not paying for my time. I don't roll like that. He's like, I just didn't want you to have to worry about nothing. And what I realized that for him, what he did for a living, he had so much money that $1,500, $1,400, whatever it was basically like $100 to him. It was nothing. It was nothing. It was a big deal to me, but it was nothing to him. It was barely anything. But for him, his thing is, I want your time. I cherish your presence. I see you as something special. And therefore, I'm going to use the resources available to me to alleviate you from any stress or barriers that will keep you from being able to get close to me or at the very least be around me. When a man cherishes you, his resources become your resources. Even if not financially, his relationships. He will go out of his way for you. See, y'all worried about a man's height. Y'all worried about how he looks in the Instagram photo. Baby, let me tell you something, okay? There's a whole world. There's a whole deeper world of what men have to offer beyond their height and how they look in a photo, girl. There's so much more. I'm going to really call out these kings. There's a lot of men out here. These men are brilliant. They are brilliant. And the way that they can sow into you when they cherish you can change your life forever. Even if that relationship only lasts for 6 months, a year, you will come out on the other side of that transformed. And let me tell you this, he will lose nothing from it. Because there are men out here where their whole thing is, I want to make your life better. A truly masculine man who cherishes you wants to make your life better. He knows that it may not be forever, but he gets an ego boost out of knowing I can make your life better. I remember I ran into my ex, the one who really helped me get going on camera. I ran into him at an event. We didn't last that long in a relationship. It was like maybe a little over a year, but he helped me get going. And I ran into him years and years later at an event. And he came up to me and he said to me, I'm proud of you. I said, thank you. He said, I'm really proud of you. He said, and to be honest with you, I'm proud of myself. He said, because every time I see you on that camera, I know that I did that. I was like, shut up. He's like, I did that. I know I did that. He's like, I know I did that. He's like, you smart and everything like that. He said, but I know that it was my efforts that got you going. You may have took it from there, but I got you going. And I'm proud of that. So you're not taking nothing from them. You're not using them. You see what I'm saying? Find a man who has a similar, who you're equally yoked with, and he cherishes you, girl, please, he will take you far. He will take you far. But beyond that, let's take money off the table. When a man cherishes you, y'all argue less also. I swear to you, you argue less. Because he cherishes you, so he's not going to be petty about stuff. Even when you having a bad day, he will give you a pass a lot of the time. Or if he's got to come at your neck, he's going to come at your neck very diplomatically because he cherishes you. The way some of these men be talking to y'all, all I think to myself is like, that man don't even like you for real, for real. He definitely don't cherish you. Because a man who cherishes you would never talk to you like that. My man go to work every day, and my man be, we'll live together, but he don't text me back for 2-3 days at a time. Girl, please. When a man cherishes you, he hitting you up in the middle of the day talking about, did you have lunch yet? You think, no, I didn't eat lunch yet. You want me to order something for you? Okay. Find a man who treats you so good that you don't care how he look. I'm going to say that again because some of y'all, you're like, oh God, no, I'm going to be with an ugly man. I didn't say that. Find a man who treats you so good that you don't care how he looks. If he looks amazing, that's a plus. Right? That's a plus. But find a man who treats you so good that the idea of focusing on his aesthetics feels almost superficial to you. They exist. Trust me. Trust me. Find you a man who cherishes you so much he don't play about you. Girl, he don't play about you. He don't play about you. He will go toe to toe with anybody about you. Find a man like that. Girl, please. Because I'm going to say this right now. One of the things that I think has allowed me to exist so much in my femininity for my whole life, especially within my adult life, I should specifically say, has been that I have chosen to be with men who cherish me. I know many gay men, LGBT men, who, they may be feminine early on, But as time goes along, they become increasingly more masculine and so on and so forth. And some of that is just due to trying to attract a partner. Sometimes people in our community can be very femophobic, against feminine men. Fine. But also a part of it is, and I see this with women too, y'all harden over time. Because you get with these men who don't display full masculinity, who don't cherish you. You have to overfunction with them. And therefore, you end up consciously and subconsciously having to overfunction, ergo, becoming more masculine in order to be in relationships with them because they're not doing it, so someone's got to do it. Anytime that I'm with a man and I feel like I have to slip into performing in a masculine role that does not feel natural to me, that is a sign for me not to be with that man. Even down to if we're supposed to go out. I remember one time I chose not to date a guy because of this. We were supposed to be going out. And he had a week to plan this. And the day of, he's still texting me talking about where you want to go, what you want to do. I text him very nicely. Hey, I'm not in the mood to go out today. I'm just not feeling good. Have a wonderful weekend. You want to know why? Because you asked me out and now you're trying to make me plan everything. You are not showing me the level of masculinity that I need to see even from day one in order to believe that you also know how to cherish me. Because only truly masculine men know how to cherish feminine energy. You see where I'm going with that? So with that said, I've learned to give myself permission to say no. That doesn't work for me. That doesn't work for me. That doesn't work for me. I'm sorry. You seem like a really wonderful person. Now, I would never tell a man you don't have the masculine energy that I need. I would never say that. I'm polite. I'm not going to sit up here and crush his ego for what his mother didn't give him. No. It's just, this just doesn't feel like the right vibe for me. I'm tired. I'll get back to you later. But for me, if I have to, baby, it's not eyeliner. These are my eyes. She said, I love your eyeliner. I don't have the eyeliner to recommend. These are my eyes. But for me, I need someone that allows me to feel comfortable living in my femininity. Remember, femininity is not about gender. It's about energy. There are women who are very feminine. There are women who are not feminine. For women who don't have a large amount of feminine energy and don't desire a masculine energy partner, this advice doesn't apply to you. This, for men who are masculine and don't desire a masculine partner, this doesn't apply to you. It doesn't apply to you, right? It's probably the reverse for you, right? Because masculine energy, they get joy out of cherishing you. Have you ever seen a man be with a woman and you just the way he looks at her, you're like, damn, he really cherishes her. He be holding her jacket and her purse, just looking at her like, She be going off on everybody, fussing at everybody. And he's talking about something. That's my Charlene. That's my Charlene. He just cherishes her. Why would you not want that dynamic? Why would you not? Why would you want anything different? Y'all satisfied with these men who can barely get 3 words out in a text message. Yes, no, WYD, what you doing? Girl, no. Girl, no. Girl, no. You know when I first realized that life was better when men cherish you? I remember this day. I was 18 and I should not have been in the bars, but I was. I was 18 and we used to go out to this bar in Philly. So I went to Drexel. That's why I went to undergrad. We used to go out to this bar called Blow. Something was like on the corner. Something like that. It was like a cute little bar. It was real cute. They had $3 martinis, which was expensive back then. I didn't have an ID. I did not have an ID. I was too young to get in there. But I very quickly realized that there was currency in men cherishing you, or men at the very least finding you attractive. So what I would do was I got this little $600, because I wanted to hang out. I wanted to hang out with the people I want to hang out with, and all of them were older. They all had IDs. They could all get into places. So I went and got this little $600 American Express card. They used to have this blue American Express card, right? You could get it real easy, apply for it on campus. So I got this little $600 credit limit. And I went and went out to all these little stores. I went to H&M, I went to all these stores and got little outfits and put them together. And I could put something together. I put something together. I got cute outfits, right? I remember I would get like the little tight pants and stuff like that. I was not gonna wear no loose sweaters. I would wear tight. That's why I learned you buy your clothes and you take them to the tailor so that they can cinch it in and make it snatched. I would get everything snatched. I always would get my hair cut every week. Always got my eyebrows done. Always got my nails done. Always. Never did not do that. Look through old pictures of me. I've always had my stuff done. The bouncer's at the door. Go up. Hi. I left my ID at home. Can you please let me in? Get in here. Get in here. I was like, all right. I was like, okay, so that works. So I was like, so good. If you look cute, then they're going to let you in. Like I had friends who was my same age, they would let them in. And they were attractive. I'm like, they wasn't putting energy into themselves. But I kept on trying to tell them, I was like, listen, if men like looking at you, they're going to do stuff for you. So just do what you got to do. Make sure they like looking at you. Would get into the bars. This is why I learned this real young. And I would stand at the bar. So I didn't have no money. I had enough money to get there on the train and to get back home, but I had no money for no drinks. I would stand at the bar. And my thing was I would never walk up to a guy. What I would do is I would wait to find the guy that was staring at me. I would wait to find who's the man that's staring at me. When I first come in here, who's looking at me? Who's looking at me? Oh, he's looking at me? That's who I'm going to stand near. Stand near him. Stand near him. Find the man who's staring at you. Forget who you looking at. This is a lesson for y'all. Because y'all go into places looking for who you attract to. Girl, who cares what you attract to? Who's attracted to you? Okay, he is? Okay. Him. Go stand near him. Stand near him. And I would tell my friends, go stand over there. Go do something else over there. I got to go over here real fast. I would stand right there. Not staring at him, act like I'm in my phone doing something. And eventually, if he didn't talk because he was too nervous, I'd look at him and smile and turn back away. And then the man would eventually say, hey, how you doing? I'm good. Why you ain't drinking nothing? I can't afford a drink tonight, so I'm just hanging out. I can't afford a drink tonight, so I'm just hanging out. Oh, for real? What's your favorite one? I don't know. I like the key lime martini. That's what I used to like. I don't know. I like the key lime sometimes. Oh, that's cool. And that's who had my drinks for the rest of the night. Following that approach, that's how I met the guy who I ended up with 4 years for the rest of the time I was in college until I got out of school. And he was amazing. I loved him to death. He loved me to death. Absolutely. Without a doubt. But while my friends were struggling to find men who would remotely even take them out on a date and pay, he would take me out, and eventually he moved me out of my apartment in college and moved me in with him. He's like, I already can afford my rent here, so you don't have to really worry about that. He wanted me to be happy. He knew I was very entrepreneurial. So he said, you take your money and you put it into whatever you want to do. So as I was trying little business here and there in college, that's how I got to do it. The way that man would look at me, it's like I was the most beautiful thing on earth. He cherished me so good. I was young. I was a bit much when I was young. Honey, I was so much. I was so dramatic. I remember sometimes if I would get mad about something, I was so dramatic. I was the type where I would get mad about something and I'd go in the room and go grab my bag. I'm throwing all my stuff in the bag. I'm leaving. Where am I going to go? Where am I going to go? Where am I going to go? Right? I'm leaving because blah, 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 blah. And he do the same thing every time. He comes standing in the doorway, put his hands up in the doorway like this. Right? And at first I thought he was blocking me. The first time I said, get out the way. Don't block me. He's like, I'm not blocking you. I'm just waiting for you to come over here and let me hug you. And he hugged me. And he knew I was crazy as hell. I was crazy as a motherfucker. And he would just say, what you want me to do? And you know when you're mad, you don't want to admit. You don't want to admit that you just being dramatic. What you want me to do? What can I do to make it better? I was like, you don't mean it. Girl, I was so young, so dramatic. What you want me to do? Next time, just be more nice about blah, blah, blah. All right. I promise. Can I unpack your bag now? Why would I go through 4 years of that? To go to the next one who's going to treat me worse. I remember when we broke up, it happened. You know what I mean? We grew apart. It was what it was. But he treated me good every step of the way. I remember I moved to D.C. from Philly. Because that's where my family was at. And I went to college in Philly. So I went to D.C. because I wanted to find a job and so on and so forth. And I started dating. I'm dating these guys here and there. I didn't feel cherished. DC's chocolate city, beautiful black, brown men, good jobs. I'm just like, I'm not feeling cherished. I'm not feeling cherished. These men don't make me feel special. I feel like an option. I don't like this. So I kind of just laid low. I was like, I'll go out and do whatever. I'm not giving nobody no real energy for real. Because this just doesn't match to what I'm accustomed to. So one night, I'm teaching you how to identify the men that's going to cherish you. One night I was out at this bar, restaurant kind of place. I socialize. I be outside. Always been that type. I'm an introvert, but I like going out. So anyway, I was out. And I walked in, and again, my focus has never been on who am I attracted to, it's who's staring at me. Who's focused on me? Because what sense does it make for me to sit up here and be focused on who I like if who I like don't like me? That don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? That don't make no sense. Who cares who I think is the cutest one in the room? Who's looking at me? And then I determine, do I also like them? So I came in, and he's staring at me. This guy staring at me. And so I act like I didn't see him. I kind of just walked by him. And I had enough money to buy my own drinks by then. I had a job. And I'm looking around. You know how you do when you walk in a room, you act like you're looking for somebody, but you're not really looking for nobody. But I'm standing right near him. I'm doing like this. And he's like, are you looking for somebody? I was like, I'm supposed to be meeting my friends here, but I'm not sure if they're coming or not. That was a lie. He's like, oh, okay. And he had a seat right beside him. He's like, you want to sit here while you wait? I was like, okay. He was fine. Luckily, he was fine. Nothing wrong with fine men if they want you too. But he was cute. So I went and sat beside him. And I'm like looking, acting like I'm looking at the drink menu. So I put him to work. It's a trick I do. It's called put a man to work. Ask a man to do something for you. Ask him to do something for you to see, A, does he do it, and how does he do it? It can be small, but you're trying to see, does he have a spirit of service, acts of service? If a man does not show love through acts of service in some way, shape, or form, I don't think that he can cherish you properly. Right? Forget the gifts. Acts of service is where it's at. So we're at the bar. And I was just like, can you do me a favor? And he said, yeah. I was like, your voice is louder than mine. He said, how you figure that? Of course, he made it all deeper and louder. How you figure that? I was like, it's just louder than mine. I was like, can you get her attention for me? Because there's a lot of people at the bar. I was like, can you get her attention for me and just let her know that I want the blah, 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 blah drink? Can you get her attention and let her know I want the blah, 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 blah drink? Yeah, I got you. Hey. Order the drink. So, of course, she brings the drink and brings the bill, and he just automatically pulls out his card and pays. Baby, I ain't need nobody to pay for no drink for me. It was the gesture. It was a test. I'm like, you looking, but do you know how to cherish? Do you know how to serve the ministry? You see what I'm saying? Because your body's a temple. Doesn't the Bible say the kingdom of God is within, girl? You're the temple. And so he's like, so I was like, oh my God, thank you so much. You didn't have to do that. Pour on the gratitude. When they do something for you, pour it on, pour it on, pour it on. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I liked him. I was very attracted to him. But attraction is not enough. It's not enough. You need to establish very quickly, is this someone who likes me a lot? Is meeting me the highlight of his week? The highlight of his month? Is this the kind of man who's going to put energy into me? Because I don't care for men who don't put consistent energy into me. Text me, call me, check on me, invite me out. Baby, if you do that, I swear to you, I will do so much for you. I'm into you. But I need to see that up front. I don't want to just give my number to a man who all he's going to do is text me, good morning, good evening, good morning, good evening. That's a waste. So I like to see up front. Always been this way. I was young. This is me in my early 20s. Okay? So I was like, thank you so much. Oh my God, thank you so much. She made this really good because of you. I'm sure she did it. Because they normally don't make it this good. Thank you. What was your name? You're for helping, but I need your name. Tells me his name. We talked all night. Eventually he's like, what, did your friends come here yet? I was like, I guess they're not coming. But I do need to go because I had to go somewhere else. I don't even know where I had to go, but I knew I had to go somewhere else. That wasn't a lie. And so I was like, I had to go. So anyway, I was like, but I have to go. I was like, it was really nice meeting you, blah, 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 blah. And he says, where did you park? I said, somewhere, blah, blah, blah. He's like, oh, you didn't use valet? I was like, I didn't know if they had valet. He's like, nah, this time of night, you should always use valet. That's a sign, girls. That's a sign. When a man starts telling you ways to protect yourself, and when a man starts trying to care for you, nah, you got to do it this way. Nah, don't do it that way. When they come across as protective, Miss Independent, I need you to shut up. Nah, I got it. Blah, blah. Shut up. That's his way of expressing that I like you and that I cherish you. It's because I want to protect you. When men want to protect you, it's because they cherish you. Right? And so he's like, yeah, this time of night, you always use valet. Oh, especially around this area, always use valet. Always use valet. I was like, thank you. I didn't know that. Girls, because I really didn't want to spend like $20 on valet. That's all that was. Oh, I really didn't know that. Thank you so much. Thank you. I really didn't know that. Thank you so much. And so I was like, well, I'm all right, but I got to go to my car. I already knew what he was going to do. He's like, no, let me walk with you. I got to go too anyway. And you don't need to be walking around here by yourself anyway. Like, come on, like, I'm going to walk with you. Like, come on. I was like, he walks me to my car. I hit the little boop, boop on my key to unlock the car, baby, and I delayed. I said, boop, boop. You think I reached my hand out for that door? No, I knew he was going to do it. He reached his hand out to open the door for me. I then get into the car. Right? Once I'm in the car, he's leaning over the car door like this because it's kind of open. He's leaning over it like this. Well, yeah, because I cut the car. And he's like, yeah, you need to start filling up on gas for before it's nighttime. You ain't got a full tank. You don't never ride around at night without a full tank. I was like, yeah, you right. You right. I need to do that. He's like, wherever you going, just make sure it ain't too far because you don't got that much gas in your tank. And he's sauntering. He's trying to figure out how to get my number. Girl, I'm just like, you right. You right. Well, you get home safe, wherever you going. Is there a way we can stay in touch? Like, you know what I mean? I would love for you to tell me you made it home safe. I was like, yeah, I guess we can. Girl, make him do the work. Well, all right, let me, here's my phone. Put your number in there. Let me get your number. Okay. I text him so he had mine. Girl, fast forward. I get in a relationship with him. I was young. I had a decent job. I just got into corporate America. I didn't know a lot. So I was just doing the best I could. He would help me out, tell me how to navigate corporate America because he was much more senior in it than I was. He's older than me. So he told me how to navigate all that. Then he encouraged me. This is when I told you about who encouraged me to go on camera. He encouraged me around that. Encouraged me to go on camera. He was so helpful. It wasn't a perfect relationship. I'm not going to make it out to be a perfect relationship. If it was perfect, we would stay together. But the reality is whatever made the relationship imperfect and whatever made us eventually break up is irrelevant to me. Because what I do know is that for our time together, he treated me so good. He cherished me so good. He took care of me, took me on trips, helped me start pursuing my dreams. Treated me good. We had issues down the road. I'm not going to act like we didn't. But for what worked, it worked out well. And even with the issues we had down the road, I would have rather had those with a man who cherished me than have issues with a man who never valued me that much anyway. Because ain't no relationship going to be perfect. But I'd rather deal with the imperfections with a man who sees me as truly special as opposed to deal with issues with a man who doesn't see me as something to cherish, who sees me as an option, who sees me as replaceable. You see what I'm saying? You see where I'm going with this? And so for me, one of the things I figured out throughout my life, I can just speak for me, okay, is that you will fall in love with a man not based on how he looks, but by how he cherishes you and how he treats you. Because how many of us have been with men who don't treat us that good? We fell infatuated with him in the beginning based on how he looked. But then, later on, when he's not treating us amazing, you fall out of love with him. You crying over him. You had anxiety over him. Girl, the way a man looks is not what's going to keep you there. It's going to be how he treats you and how he cherishes you. You talk about you want a man to take care of you. Hey, if you like it, I love it. If you want a man to take care of you financially, you definitely need a man who's going to cherish you. You need a man who's going to cherish you. You need a man who's going to cherish you. You said, what about the intimacy realm with him? I have a theory. My mother taught me this. She proved to be right. She says, when you choose a man who cherishes you, especially if he's not the best looking man on earth, but he cherishes you, that realm will be amazing. Because the best looking men usually have nothing to prove. And they operate in that realm like they had nothing to prove, if you know what I mean. I'm trying to keep it cute because I know your kids may be watching. You know what I'm talking about when I say that realm? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Girl, if you want to be disappointed in that realm, get with an extremely attractive man who's always been very attractive and who's always been with people who cherish him. Girl, it will be the worst. The worst. He is in it for himself. For himself. He think he doing the best. And girl, it's horrible. The only thing that's keeping you there is the fact that he's fine. I'm telling you this right now. I'm telling you this right now. Find you a man who cherishes you. Who cherishes you. Who feels lucky to have you. Girl, please. Girl, please. That man got a point to prove and he gonna prove it. That man got a point to prove and he gonna prove it. I ain't never not been happy. 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 You hear me? Can you get back together with him? Girl, why? Why would I want to get back with him? I believe in abundance. And life has always made my next man the best man. My next man is always the best man. I have that theory. My next man is the best man. And it's worked out quite well that way. Consistently. Why would you go back? Everybody has a season. And I'm so fortunate. The men that I've been with throughout my life, in pretty much every case, we're friends today. How can we not be friends? We may not be friends like sitting on the phone talking about, oh my God, how you doing? But we can be friendly. How could I not? This man cherished me and treated me good. And I loved up on him and treated him amazing too. My life was made better as a result of him. And his life made better as a result of me. Why would we not be friends? People like, how your ex doing? He's amazing. We just spoke the other day. Him and his boo, they just came on, they just went on vacation. Lovely couple. I'm so happy for them. Y'all still get along. We get along fabulously. Send them a Christmas card every year. Thank you so much. If it wasn't for you, not type the cards out. If it wasn't for you, I would not be living this life. Thank you. Kissy face, heart, eyes, emoji. Send my love to your mother and the kids. Okay. Girl, yes. I swear to God. My mother used to say to me, she's like, I don't know how you can be friends with your exes. I was like, why would I not be friends with them? Okay, it didn't work out. So, girl, life got better as a result of him. I was going through the drawer the other day, and I found this bracelet. I swear to you, I found this bracelet. It was this David Yurman bracelet with diamonds on the tips. Like beveled diamonds around the tips of it. Right? And I remembered the man that gave that to me. And although we didn't stay together, I remembered that I was like, he treated me so good. Not because of the bracelet. Obviously the bracelet was nice. But I was just like, he treated me so good. I hope he's doing amazing. In fact, let me text him right now. See how he's doing. Hey, how you doing? What's going on with you? How's life? I hope you're well. Blessings and good cheer to you and yours. Girl, why wouldn't I? That's the thing. When you get with men who cherish you, you ain't got to worry about having bad breakups. Now, have I had some misses? I've had some hits and I've had some misses. I'm not going to say every relationship been perfect, okay? We talk about the ones that worked out well. But I can tell you this, for the ones that didn't work out so well, it was normally because I forgot these principles. When I was operating in a sense of scarcity or fear, and therefore I allowed myself to draw towards someone who didn't cherish me or that I didn't cherish either, that's when I got the worst outcomes. But whenever I remembered these principles and applied them, girl, it always worked out good. All right? I'll tell you this right now. What I want you to do is decide how you want to feel when you're with a man. Decide that. Speaking of which, I got a text message from earlier from someone checking on me. Pick a man to cherish you. Said, hey, beautiful. That's what the message just said. Hey, beautiful. It went on with something else. I can't read the rest of it right now. I'll read it later. Decide how you want a man to make you feel. Right? You want to feel loved? Let me tell you how I need to feel. I need to feel loved. I need to feel like you feel fortunate to have me. Not that you don't deserve me, but that you know you're so special yourself, but you also recognize that meeting somebody like me is not something that happens every day. And therefore, you can appreciate just how special and how rare I am. I need to feel considered. This is what being cherished feels like. I need to feel considered. When you're making a decision that could impact me, I need to know you considered me. I need to feel protected. 100%. 100%. I remember one time I went out with this guy years ago. It was our first and only date. We was at this restaurant, and I think a fight or something broke out in there. I don't remember what happened. People were pushing, and so a plate fell on the ground. So you know when a plate falls on the ground, it's like everybody kind of jumps. When I tell you this dude literally grabs his hat and dashes out the door. Before I can even look around and see what's going on, he's running out the door. Girl, I never went out with that man again. You can't make me feel cherished if you can't make me feel protected. It'd be different if you ran out the door and grabbed my arm and pulled me with you. He was out. I need to feel protected. I need to feel provided for. Girl, let me be very clear with you about this, okay? Let me be very clear with you about this. I don't care how much income I may make. I need to feel that you can provide for me. Not that you need to pay all my bills. No. If you want to, great. But I need to know that if you can help me in any way, shape, or form that can make my life better, you will do it. If you see something's going on in my world and you know somebody that you can connect me with, baby, let me connect you over there. Let me do this for you. Let me do that for you. Why does that matter to me? Because why would you want to be with a man who can sit and watch you work hard and in some cases struggle and not volunteer to help you? Even if it's not financial. Why would you want to be with a man who doesn't step in? That doesn't make sense. Girl, me personally, y'all do what you do. I'm not cool with a man asking me to go 50-50. I'm just not. I'm not. If you invite me out, I'm not cool with that. Why? Because you invited me out. If you invited me out, the bill comes. So you want to split this? Sure. I'll never talk to you again. Why? Because you invited me out. You should have picked some place that you knew you could afford. You see what I'm saying? That doesn't work for me. For me, being cherished means that you are trying to make time to spend with me for the future while you still with me. We still hanging out, and you talking about what you doing later this week. We still sitting here on Sunday afternoon. Well, I'm just doing whatever. What you doing later this week? I'm not sure. When do you want me available for you? I will ask that girl. I don't play no fucking games. When would you like me to be available for you? I have a busy week, but I'm available on Tuesday and Thursday. Do you want me to be available for both or one or the other? Because see, when you cherish me, baby, I'm available to you. Do you want me to be available for both or one or the other? Both. Okay. Just let me know what I need to wear. What's the mood? Girl, please. Girl, please. Girl, please. Girl, I feel like I gotta wear the universe on my shoulders when I'm doing this business. But girl, when I'm not working, girl, that's why I wear my little cute clothes around the house. When I'm not working, girl, please. It's all feminine energy. Because he allows me to be in that. Girl, please. Girl, please. I don't have to worry about shit. I don't have to worry about shit. You see what I'm saying? That's how I feel cherished. You see what I'm saying? And I'm here to tell you this right now. The biggest thing standing between you and being with a man who cherishes you are the beliefs that you have about what you deserve. Because if you believe that you deserve to be cherished, and you believe that there are men out here who are capable of cherishing you, then you will align yourself with those types of men. And I'm not trying to talk about some woo-woo spiritual stuff like you just want to magnetize yourself for it, although I do believe that's possible. What I'm saying is, when you believe that you deserve to be cherished, you emit an energy of confidence. You emit an energy of patience. You do. You emit an energy of patience. When you're out here in the world, you have this patient energy, a calm energy that doesn't look like you. You ever seen a woman come into a restaurant, a bar, an event, and you can tell she's looking for a man? You always know those women who come in and you know that they on the hunt. They looking for a man. The minute that a fine man walk in, all their heads go turn towards him. They all run over them. Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you? You ain't got to do all that. Because you have a level of calm, confidence. You align. Okay? You align. And therefore you attract. And they will be attracted to you, I guarantee you. I guarantee you, baby. Because you're confident. You know what you deserve. Yes, you go out to the environments because you're not expecting one of these men just to find you sitting in your house on your sofa, in your living room. You're not expecting that, of course. You're going to go out. And you're going to wear beautiful clothes. You're going to wear things that complement your body. You're going to make sure your skin tone is even. So if you need to put a little makeup on, put something on. You see what I'm saying? You're going to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Your nails are going to be done. You're going to make sure you look good. You're going to put your best foot forward. And when you're in these environments, you're going to be confident. And guess what? They will notice it. I tell you this. They will come to you. They will come to you. They love coming to the one who sits there confidently, looking like she wants nothing, but that she's open to something. They will come to you. Because you don't want to get that closed off energy, but you don't want to definitely like you looking. You know? You know, nobody, hey, have you been here? I don't think I met you here before. I don't think we've met either. What's your name? My name is blah, blah, blah. Nice to meet you. And what I like to do is I don't worry about the blank spaces in conversation. I don't mind having the empty moments. Nice to meet you. He's like, you know, he's trying to figure out what to say next. It's supposed to be that way. Let him figure it out. He's like, so, and I'm just, where you from? Where you from? And then you say where you from. I don't believe in filling in silence. I think that silence and that weird, awkward energy when you're meeting a guy, I think it's actually a good thing. If he's not a little bit nervous, then he probably doesn't cherish you, or he's not the type who will cherish you. When a person, especially a masculine energy man, is in the presence of someone that he's very attracted to, he's going to be a little nervous. Lean into it. Let him be nervous. Let him feel awkward. Let him feel like he's off his rocker just a little bit. That's why you got to be confident. And another thing, stop going out with your girlfriends. Go out with your gay friend. You know, a guy. But you need to go out by yourself or with someone who if somebody wants you, they wouldn't want them either. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to go out with somebody who could be in competition with you. Never do that. Go out by yourself. That kind of man is often not going to approach you if you with a bunch of other women. He's just not. He's not. That's the part of the reason why a lot of y'all don't get approached by these type of men. It's not because you're not attractive. It's because you go out with other women. You need to go out by yourself. You need to go by yourself. It will only feel awkward when you first walk in. If you've noticed through every story I told you, what was the common thread? I was out by myself. I was out by myself. Girl, if you come in looking good, there will always be a man who will make sure to greet you and try to get your attention. There will always be somebody. Trust me. That's why I say stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. Girl, just look good. That's your only job. Just look good. Just look good. Just look good. And I trust me when I tell you this. Somebody will come and talk to you. Always, without a doubt. But how they approach you sometimes is going to be a little different. Sometimes men will walk right up to you and they'll be like, hey, how you doing? Sometimes. But I probably say about 40% of the time, what they're going to do is they're just going to position themselves near you for a little while. They're just going to kind of stand near you. Stand near you. Keep on looking over at you eventually. Keep looking over at you. And if he does that, it's okay to speak first. It's okay to speak first. You can just say, hello. And the way you say hello is you say it in a way it's almost like a question mark. Hello. Like inviting him to talk, like you can talk. Hello. Oh, hey, how you doing? I'm good. Remember, lean into the awkward silence. I'm good. Oh, okay. And then if he don't continue the conversation, you don't continue the conversation. Just keep looking away. He will eventually move that conversation forward. Remember, the whole point of this is you're trying to assess, is this the kind of guy that can cherish you? Meaning, is this the kind of guy who will be deeply attracted to you and will pursue you and will put energy into you and will make you always feel desired? This way of approaching things even from the beginning can help suss out, is this that kind of guy? Because to that point, if you say hello to him, he's like, hello, and he doesn't continue the conversation from there, then he's not your guy. You like feeling rejected. Girl, you didn't get rejected. You literally just eliminated out somebody who's going to waste your time. If this guy can't move a conversation forward with you, girl, he's not the kind of guy who's going to cherish you. You don't want him anyway. So stop feeling rejected in these circumstances. A lot of y'all afraid to go out by yourself because you're afraid of getting rejected. You want a support system there with you. Girl, listen to me when I tell you this. Rejection is not a bad thing. Because the kind of guy that I'm telling you you need to have who will cherish you, girl, he's not going to reject you. The minute that you give him attention, he's going to run with it. Even if he's stumbling and acting awkward, he's going to run with it. Right? He's going to do whatever he needs. You see what I'm saying? Because you are exceptional, you are special. When he went out tonight, he was hoping to meet someone just like you. And now he's had this opportunity. Now he's got this opportunity. So he's not going to let it pass by. He's like, I talk to these guys, but they just don't ever be carrying the conversation because he don't want you enough. And that's cool. That's cool. Why would you want somebody who don't want you? The minute that I recognized that a man didn't want me, girl, I would stop talking to him. I was talking to that man immediately. Immediately. If you're not that into me, hey, how you doing? You not continuing the conversation? Okay. Why feel rejected? Girl, because again, I'm so fortunate that my history has allowed me to have enough experiences within my formative years of dating to let me know what it feels like to be pursued and cherished by a man. That when a man doesn't pursue or cherish me, I don't think that there's anything wrong with me because the evidence has already shown me enough that I am desirable. That I deserve to be pursued. That I deserve to be cherished. That's why I could never, ever, when people talk about like a nonchalant, laid back guy, stuff like that, girl, I could never. Girl, I could never. Girl, I could never. Girl, I could never be with a nonchalant, laid back man. I go with the flow. You know, I'm just real chill about it. You can't be chill with me. You can't. I'm sorry. These men that came before you, they corrupted my mind. I'm sorry. They corrupted my mind. Girl, I know what it feels like to wake up to, fuck a good morning text, waking up to 3 paragraphs about the thoughts that he had about you this morning that he just had to share with you. Girl, why would I settle for a stale ass good morning text? Who's proposing to me in the comments? Baby, I don't know you. Let's get married, MJ. Let's get married. Why would I settle for that? Why would I settle for that? I'm not doing that. Why would I settle for a man who can't make time in his schedule to take me out? Why would I settle for that? Why would you settle for that? I want you to think back in your dating history. I don't care if it was all the way back to high school. Think about the man who you've been in a relationship with, even if it was a short relationship, who made you feel most desired and most cherished. Even if that relationship didn't work, I have a belief that that was God, the universe, however you want to view it. I believe that that was God's way of showing you what it should feel like. People always say, well, why didn't you stay with that guy if he treated you that way? Because that guy may not have been the guy for me. Just because he cherished me doesn't mean we were compatible in every other area, right? But sometimes I believe that life has a way of sending people into your life to show you how you deserve to be treated, so you can then hold that out as the baseline moving forward for what you seek out and what you open yourself up to next. Even though that thing may have only lasted for 3 months, it had a strategic purpose. It was there so that you can understand how it feels. How it feels. So that anytime you're in a situation that doesn't feel like that, you know it's not the right situation. Every relationship's not meant to last forever. Sometimes they're meant to last just long enough to leave an impression for you, so that that impression can ingrain in you some muscle memory. So that the next time you're in a situation with someone who makes you feel that way, you're like, this feels familiar. This feels familiar. This house, this is what I remember. And to that same point, when you allow yourself to be with men who don't cherish you, who don't make you feel exceptional, who don't make you feel special, to that same point, the more energy you give to them, the more muscle memory you create around that. And therefore, that begins to feel familiar. And then you end up becoming attracted to men who treat you the same way, not because it feels good, but because it feels familiar. I would rather have short stints, a year here, a year there, with men who treat me amazing, than have 5 years here, 10 years there with men who treat me like I'm mediocre. Because I don't want my muscle memory to become accustomed to being treated poorly. Because then it becomes second nature to accept less than the best. And then I have to find a way to work out of that. And that can be very difficult because often you don't even know that that's what you're accepting. You don't know that you've been accepting less than the best, calling it normal, even saying that's my type. You've normalized it. And to some degree, you have even put it on a pedestal, calling it your type. I would never want that. People have said to me, oh my God, MJ, you've had several relationships in your adult life. You don't know anything about relationships because if you couldn't keep a man, I've been my man for 20 years. Okay. But he don't touch you. He don't buy you nice things. He don't take you nice places. He basically only just does obligatory things on Christmas and your birthday and your anniversary just so he doesn't have to look like a bad husband. He doesn't act like he's attracted to you. He doesn't cherish you. But that one that I was with for 5 years, he cherished the hell out of me. He treated me good. He treated me amazing. And he set the bar like this high. And so the next one that I was with for like a couple more years after that, the bar was already here and he treated me even better. And so then even though that only lasted for a couple years, the next one I was with treated me better. So when I look back through the memoir of my experiences, I have beautiful memories. Beautiful memories. Beautiful memories. Because the bar kept getting raised. That's another point about why, even if you're coming out, this is especially important for y'all who's trying to change your type. You're changing the kind of men that you date. It is so critically important that you not, when you get with new men, that you not tell them about what the other men in the past didn't do. Yeah, you know, my ex was this. He was so blah blah blah. He didn't buy me good gifts. He was so nonchalant. He was a narcissist. Y'all love to tell these new men about what the old one did. Girl, let me tell you this right now. Men always want to be better than the last one. Always. Always. They always want to be better than the last one. So why would you set the bar so low? If you want to be in a situation where a man can cherish you, why would you tell him about how the other one treated you like trash? How the other one undervalued you? Girl, no. Because the other one couldn't have been all that bad or you wouldn't have been with him all that time. So I'm not saying lie. What I'm saying is when he asked about your ex, talk about the good points. You know, he was such an amazing guy. He worked really hard. He made sure our family was taken care of and blah, 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 blah. You know, on my birthdays and Christmas, you know, he really made those so exceptional. Oh my gosh. He got the best gifts. And he probably did. Those only times you got gifts, he gave you the best gifts then. Well, why'd y'all break up? You know, people grow apart. But he's so amazing. And I'm just wishing the best for him because he was just a really great guy. Girl, please. Why does it matter? Why does it matter about what didn't work out? Why, girl, that happened between y'all. Why you gotta tell other people? Girl, you can't get me to trash talk an ex. And I be doing double takes at people who do trash talk exes. I'm like, girl, what's wrong with you? Why you gotta trash talk them? You can't get me to trash talk no ex. You asked me about the ex. So why aren't y'all together? Well, you know, people grow, people change, we evolve. I'm sure for you, if I were to ask you 10 years ago who you thought was best for you, that person probably is very different than who you would think is best for you now. Same for us, we grew and we evolved, but we had an amazing time together while we were together, and I just wish them the best. Where's the lie? I'm not saying lie. What I'm saying is I'm more focused on what's in front of me and what's ahead of me than I'm focused on trying to play out narratives about what didn't work from before. It's not just about for the man. It's also about for yourself. If you are stuck in a negativity loop of always being focused on how you were victimized and treated poorly, remember what you focus on expands. So for me, what I choose to focus on is, oh my God, my ex was so amazing. He invested in my business so much and helped me grow in that area. Oh my God, my ex is so amazing. When I was going through a really hard time, he was such an amazing support system. I could talk to him about anything at any time. He was such a great shoulder for me to lean on. Oh my God, my ex is so amazing. I remember when I was going through the toughest time in my life, and he was right there for me, and he helped me out so much. Oh my God, my ex is so amazing. When I didn't have the money to travel, he would take me all over the world because that's what he wanted to do, and he wanted me there with him. So he exposed me to so much, which expanded my perspective. I would not be living all around the world now if it wasn't for being with someone like him who exposed me to so much. That, for me, is a reminder of what I deserve. And if a man happens to ask me about my relationship history and I feel comfortable enough sharing that with him, and I'm sharing that kind of information with him, that communicates to him the standard of the type of men that I'm accustomed to. And therefore, if you're not that kind of man, of course that will scare you away. You will eliminate yourself from the pool, and that's what I want. You're like, well, damn, I ain't taking you nowhere. I ain't investing in nothing. I ain't doing this. I ain't doing that. I ain't doing the other. Blessings to you, my brother. Peace be unto you as you move along your path. Because this stop here is not for you. And that's okay. I do not ever feel rejected. Never. Never. Because what I recognize is I didn't get rejected. You created space for someone who can give me what I want. And dang, you be asking for a lot. You be asking for a lot. Blah, 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 blah. It's not a lot for a man who can afford it. I'm not talking about money. It's not a lot for a man who can emotionally afford it. It's not a lot. It's nothing. It's the bare minimum. Dang, shoot. Oh, you high maintenance. You just look high maintenance. I remember when I was younger and they would say, oh, you look high maintenance. I would want to prove to them. I was so young. No, I'm not high maintenance. Like, girl, no. If a man say I'm high maintenance today, I'm like, I absolutely am. But don't you like the results? This is what high maintenance looks like. Mm-hmm. You get your hair done every week? Mm-hmm. I do. You get your nails done every week? Well, not every week. Maybe every week and a half. But I sure do. You go to the gym all those days? I sure do. Why you gotta live in that kind of neighborhood? Because I feel safe in this kind of neighborhood. If I sow into myself and I want to look a certain kind of way, I want to be able to live in a place where I can walk down the street feeling very secure and safe. Because when you invest in the way you look, you're going to draw attention. So I would rather, I remember my grandmother always told me this, she said, it is better to live in a studio apartment. If you ain't got no money, it's better to live in a studio apartment in a safe neighborhood that makes you feel comfortable than it is to live in a big house or a big apartment in a neighborhood that doesn't make you feel safe. And another piece of that is I also know that where I live determines who's going to get access to me. It's going to determine who gets access to me. So why would I not want to be around in areas where people can cherish me? I'm going to tell you a secret. Every neighborhood, every nice neighborhood got at least one area in it, got at least one old building over there with some old apartments up in there where the prices are cheaper than the rest of them. I remember being in California, even in Beverly Hills, okay? You got people like Denzel Washington living up in Beverly Hills. You know what I'm saying? You got all kinds of celebrities living in Beverly Hills. But even in Beverly Hills, if you went down lower in Beverly Hills near below Rodeo, you got to go below Rodeo. Girl, you can get a cheap apartment over there. It may be a little 2-story walk up or one parking space, but girl, you can live over there if you want to. I swear to you. And it'd be cheaper than living in a nice neighborhood out in the valley somewhere. Swear to you. I swear to you. I swear to you. You hear where I'm going with that? And why is that important? Because I'm not saying you got to live over there, but I'm just trying to say, if you want the kind of man who's going to cherish you, and he's going to see you as a prize, then how you take care of yourself how he sees you when he meets you, how you're living when he encounters you, will ultimately help shape how he values you. If you live in a place that doesn't show that you're really sowing into yourself, that can influence how he sees you. If you're not taking care of your body, it's independent of where you live. If you're not taking care of your body, how do you expect a man to see you as a prize, as a trophy even, when the trophy ain't even polished? You see what I'm saying? Girl, no. I sow into myself. Girl, I've been through every financial up and every financial down you can imagine. I've been through everything. But I've always made sure that when I'm thinking about like where I want to live or whatever else like that, I always did this. Even when I barely had no money when I first moved to California, I would choose a place to live that was in a good area that I would feel comfortable living in, for real. But I would always make sure that I factored into my budget my maintenance. Because I knew that was important. If I know that hair, nails, skin, all that, if I know that the maintenance, let's say I'm making up numbers, $200 a month, then you need to factor that in. And if that means you got to go down a little bit on something else, go down on something else. Girl, I'd rather drive an old tuck kind of car that when they drive around. Girl, you can always park behind a building. You ain't got to see what you drive. But girl, you can't never hide how you look. I don't understand when women be telling me, oh, I would get my nails done as often as you do, but I ain't got the budget for it. How? Certainly, you don't have to be on Uber Eats every night. You can cook in the house. Girl, I would cook in the house 4 nights a week if that meant I could save enough money to make sure I can look good. The hell? How you driving around in a luxury car and your feet ain't done? I don't understand that. How you drive around in a luxury car but you ain't going to a dermatologist to deal with those skin issues? I don't understand that. But you want a man to cherish you. Make it make sense. You don't cherish you. You don't cherish you. Unless you're allergic to perfume, I don't know how you walk out the door without a beautiful scent on your neck. Make it make sense. How you walk out the door without smelling amazing? Make it make sense. And girl, I will spend money on some perfume. I'm not trying to go spend the expensive stuff, but girl, buy something good that's going, hold on to you. Hold on to you. Y'all buying those perfumes where you gotta keep it in your purse because you gotta spray it on you every hour. Girl, that ain't nothing good. You gotta wear that good scent that's gonna last. You know what I'm saying? Or learn the little tricks. What I used to do is I put a little Vaseline or a little oil on and then spray it on that. It lasts longer. But my point to you is this. You have to make a decision for yourself that the bare minimum and the sole stand that you will always have for yourself is that you will only give your time to men who cherish you. If he doesn't cherish you, he doesn't get your time. And I'm going to tell you this. There's a difference between him being attracted to you and him cherishing you. Because some of y'all get confused by that. These men are attracted to you. They stare you down. They give you little compliments when you walk by. Girl, a man being attracted to you has nothing to do with cherishing you. You got men who are attracted to you who won't even take you to dinner. You got men who are attracted to you who won't plan a date with you. Let's just chill out at the house. Let's just chill out at the house. You got men who cherish you who never truly ask how you feel or care to listen to the answer. I mean, you got men who are attracted to you. Let me say that in reverse. You got men who are attracted to you who never care about how you feel or never ask about what you feel, never care about the answer. You need to have at the bare minimum. I will only deal with men who cherish me. It's not enough to be attracted to you. Does he cherish you? If you don't talk to that man for a couple days, does this send his world into a tailspin? If you can go multiple days without talking to a man and he don't miss you, he ain't reaching out to you, girl, that man don't cherish you. Girl, that man don't cherish you. I don't care how busy he is, he will send a message, hey, just thinking about you. I know I've been busy today. How you been? Hey, I know it's been real busy today. I'm heading to bed, but I promise you I'm going to hit you tomorrow. He going to do something. Girl, please. Girl, please. If a man don't cherish you, he's a waste of time. I'm serious. He's a waste of time. He's a waste of time. But remember, in order to have a man who cherishes you, you have to start by cherishing yourself. You have to walk around and look in such a way that looks like you cherish yourself. When I go into a room, my objective that guides my fashion sense, that guides how I move, my aesthetic, that guides everything about me, is that I want to communicate that I cherish myself. I cherish myself. So I'm going to wear clothes that communicate that. I'm going to move in such a way that communicates that. I'm going to take care of my skin in such a way that communicates that. I'm going to take care of my teeth in such a way that communicates that. Girl, get your teeth cleaned. Get your teeth cleaned. Okay? Because the way your breath smells communicates how much you cherish yourself. I'm just calling it out. I do that because I recognize that people treat me far better when I look like I cherish myself. I attract what I am. You will never attract more than what you are. So anyway, I'm going to get out of here because I need to cherish myself and get to bed because sleep is a part of cherishing yourself. Click like and click share. And remember, baby, you deserve a man who cherishes you. Period. If a man don't cherish you, he don't deserve you. Click like and click share, y'all. Bye.